Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to introduce a new game which I actually mentioned long time back, which is Grand Mafia. So I know in the past I used to upload one of the video talking about this game, saying the content, the gameplay for this game is totally different from the advertisement which says. So but after trying this game, that was like almost 6 months ago now, so Jesus, the time goes so quick. But after playing this game for 6 months time, I would say this is a decent game. So I think it was give a shot and to introduce this game to everybody. So also I checked on the internet on the YouTube to see if any other people introduce this game. There are a few YouTubers that did that, but kind of falling everywhere. So today I want to bring this video to everybody. To be more precisely, I want to give my experience and my tips to anybody who want to play this game and who don't want to spend money. So before I start that, I want to say I'm a free to play player on this game, totally free to play. Oh my god, there is a level 5 cargo tile, but anyhow, I'm totally free to play player. So I managed to have 65 million influence, and I think as a free-to-play player, so I think this is a decent influence. So I think it's a time for me to share my experience with everybody. So currently I'm in city 96, which is a relatively old city now. I think the latest city, latest open city, in this game is 204 or 200, something like that, over 200 already. But so city 96 is a relatively old city, but it's a very competitive city. So my guild, or I should say my faction, called DGC, and if you guys want to join this faction, feel free to come around. I'm an R4. R4 means I'm a rank 4, which is the second highest tier officers in the faction. So the faction itself is a mediocre faction, but people are very chill here. It's not like some factions like crazy people or aggressive people. So we kind of chill and having enjoy our time in the city. So we currently on a G war. G war means government war, so which happens only when the city which is out of the immigration control. So if you ask me what is immigration control, which is for every new city which is open on a server, the game actually is online game. So the city will be protected by immigration control for certain days, usually 60 days, 90 days, something like that. During that time, people cannot move to that city. But after the immigration control is over, so people can relocate to those cities. Like I can relocate to city 100 for 96. So once the city is open out of the immigration control phase, so there will be government war. Basically, it's a city against a city. So before you only play inside the city, so all the factions, all the players, they kind of compete with each other. But in the government war, so everybody is competing with. You can still compete with the same city, other factions, but it's more like you competing with the factions in the other city as well. So. Alright, so this game actually, I will have to say there is a lot of that. There is a lot of content in this game, so that's why this game is decent, because there are so many things for you to discover, and that is why exactly I want to give you my advertisement. So as a free-to-play player, and how can I survive this game? So this game, I play other mobile games as well, but this game is a relatively aggressive game. So when I say aggressive, it's PvP, pretty much PvP all the time. PvP means people against people. So you find in the other mobile game, for example, I was playing another mobile game called Bleach Brace, so it's an anime-based game. People over there is more chill or more friendly, I would say, people. But people in this game is a bit more aggressive and sometimes could be toxic. So you will find people probably bullying you or use some coarse language. But myself, personally, I don't like that. But this doesn't matter because this is still a decent game. So in this game, I see a lot of people spend millions, not millions, $1,000 on this game, so to make them stronger. So myself, I feel well, my opinion is if you don't spend game on this game, you don't really care too much if you lost in the game, because you only start getting crazy when you start really spending some really money in the game. Okay, so in this game, when you start, so you start for level 1. From level 1 to level 9. This is the first tips to all the new players join this game. Don't hurry up to level up your turf or your mason. So you see my mason is level 25, which is maximum hour already. But the common mistake for people to join this game is they hurry up and level their turf to like 17, 18, 19 too fast. So that is a big mistake. Don't do that. Why? I'm telling you now. Because if you are between number 1 and number 9, and your underboss, which is, you can specify which underboss you want to choose. For me, I choose this party, and you can choose other underboss as well. So your underboss cannot be captured or imprisoned by the other player if they attack you. So I show you what I mean. So I'm on this map, right? There are other players, right? For example, every fella here, they are my faction players, but there are other people on this map. Let's just find somebody. For example, this it's a T5K, so it's another faction. So his influence is like 28 million. So am I able to attack? Because like currently I'm on the government war map, so I can only attack other people on a certain day. Today is not a day, so I can't. But if you on the normal map, which is not in the government war map, you can attack any other people at any time. So if I attack this person, and there is a chance, when I say there is a chance means if I manage to destroy all the defense forces, I'm able to capture his underboss. We can check his underboss is this guy. His name is called Mike. This guy, not this one, but anyhow. So this character is called Mike. So you can capture him. So if you are between level 1 to 9, your underboss cannot be captured. Even your defense force has be wiped out. So you cannot. The attacker people, the people attacking you, they cannot capture your underboss. And if your turf level is between level 10 to level 16, then they can capture your underboss. But they can only keep your underboss for certain days, certain hours, like 3 or 4 hours. So that means like they capture your underboss, but only for a short period of time. And underboss is very, very important. Not just only like your underboss can use like equipment to boost your stats. The stats can increase attack power or increase productivities, or shorten the investment time or construction time. But also, your underboss has the specialty about like giving you the buff about your development and your attack power. So if your underboss is captured by an enemy, another player, that means during the time when your underboss is not in your base, it's not on your side, you lose everything. You lose underboss specialty buff, you lose those equipment buff. So it will make the game extremely difficult, I would say. I'll explain that later. So why it's extremely difficult, I'll explain that later. Okay, so that is if you are leveled between number 1 to number 9, they can't do anything to you, right? The attacking people, they can attack you, but all they can do is maybe just wipe up your force, but they cannot do anything to your underboss. But if your turf level, for example, this guy, you can see there are a lot of small flag, is level 25. If your turf is between level 10 to 16, they might able to capture your underboss for like 3 or 4 hours. Then your underboss will able to escape for the prisoner, for attacker. So that is very important, because if you are new and when you come to the game find your turf got be attacked by other people and your underboss be in prison, you probably will feel panic. Oh, what should I do? What should I do? And at this time, some people will send you the bond, or I should say, will send you the ransom, like 1 million diamond, 2 million diamond, ask you to pay for the price. Then your underboss will be released. Don't do that. Don't do that, because I'm telling you, after like 3 or 4 hours, your underboss will able to escape for a prisoner and come back to you for free, nothing. So that is why like I'm recommending people just don't hurry up to level up, because as you see, like between level 1 to 9, no cost. Between 10 to 16, there is a small price like 3 or 4 hours you don't have underboss, but still not a big deal. Okay, now after you level to 17 or above, that's a problem, because in this game, the attacking people, the attacker, they can execute, means kill your underboss if you are over level, if you are level 17 or above. That means like if you just hurry up and level your turf to level 17 without like prepare properly, without build your base strong enough, and you're gonna be attacked by those people, and they're going to capture your underboss, and there is a benefit for people to kill your underboss. Why? I'm showing you. For example, for this one, for example, it shows if I'm able to kill, execute an underboss, I'm able to get 15% crew attack buff and 15% crew defense buff, and also other buff as well. So people want to kill your underboss to receive those buff for their stats. So people, they will either kill your underboss or send you a ridiculous number of ransom, ask you to pay to get your underboss back. So that's why I'm saying don't hurry up and make sure you are 100% ready before you level to level 17. Otherwise, if you're not ready, just stay with level 16. That is with one of my other account. I intentionally keep that account with as level 16 because I don't want to go into 17 before I'm really sure I'm ready. Okay, so what about if I level to level 17, and what should I do? Okay, level 17 is a milestone. There is a lot of things will be changed, but the most important, look at this little dude. Did you see that? Because today is, I think this weekend is Halloween, so they introduced the little Halloween pumpkin man, and if you tap on his pop, this guy, and I think he will just die. Let's do it. Oh, sorry, man. That's a bit funny, right? One thing is like you can allocate resource by tapping on those factory, but there is easy way to collect everything, because I don't want to tap on cargo, tap on the metal, tap on the diamond. That's too much. You can simply shaking your phone, right? Everything will be collected. So that's a little trivia for you to play this game more effectively. All right. So after you level to level 17, so then you are able to unlock T3 Force. So what the T3 Force is? T3 Force is the level. I should say it's a tier of the troop. Tier 1 is like this one. It's cheap, but it's not very. It's very weak. And T2 is the force you mainly use before you reach level 17. So T2 is a bit better than T1, but still very underwhelming. And T3 is the most common troops you will see. And before you unlock T4, you will stock a lot T3 force. For myself, I have over 1 million T3 force. So when you reach to level 17, make sure you are 100% ready to unlock those T3 force. To unlock those T3 force, you need to go to your investment center. Where is my investment center? Here we go. Then go to crew. Then I will say the investment tree. Then you have to unlock training, recon, and all the things. Then make sure you reach those T3 troops. So that's what I'm saying. Before you level to level 17, make sure every single of the investment over there is ready for T3 troop to unlock T3 troop. I don't know how to see the T3 troop requirements for here, but I think there is some certain requirements. If you haven't unlocked T3, then you can tap on the skill tree and find out. Actually, I have a outer account. Let's just switch to that account. Then I can show you better. So this is some tips I can tell you. So go here and the crew. As you see, I didn't unlock T3, but to unlock T3, you need to have the investment center level 17, and also you have level 2 bruiser HP, and then also you need to have a resource, right? So make sure you have those conditions, you met those conditions. So that means once you level to level 17, which is one of the requirements, investment center to level 17. In order to do that, you need to have your turf level to 17. Let me just show you. So this investment center, if I want to upgrade the investment center, oh, it's free too. So it clearly says it need a mason level 17. So once you level to mason level 17, which is your turf level 17, you will able to unlock this investment center immediately. I mean, the condition to upgrade investment center to level 17 is met. Then you should upgrade the very first thing, level up your investment center to level 17, so you can unlock your T3 straight away without further delay, because that's the most vulnerable time you have. You don't have T3 force to defend your turf, and also your T2 force is not good enough to help you. And but one thing I want to let you know, don't get cocky once you get T3, because T3 means nothing, right? This game has been out for so long, and so many people, especially those big spenders, they spend like thousands of dollars on this game. Some of them, they unlock T4, right? Some of them, they unlock T4 troops like in just 2 weeks time. So if you think, oh, I have T3 force, that means nothing. Even as I mentioned earlier, in my main count, right? I have I have over 1 million T3 force. I have no T2 or T1, purely T3. But I still trying to keep very low profile, because I know 1 million T3 means absolutely nothing. It's only merely enough to protect yourself, or maybe for you to attack some weak players. But for those pay-to-win players, 1 million troops means nothing. So that comes into the next question. What about T4? Can I just unlock T4 like those people? I'm telling you, as a free-to-play player, it's gonna take a while. And now when I say take a while, it's not taking 1 day, 2 days, 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months. Hey man, I'm talking about years. I'm talking about years, right? That's how the game developer got some money. So now I'm going to talk about how to unlock T4. First, unlock T4. You need to level up every single building. At least one of them, for example, you have 4 banks. At least one bank need to be level 25. And the same goes the armor shop and the other diamond shop, right? So you need every single building, your mansion, your investment center, right? Your workshop, your faction club, everything needs to be level 25, at least one of them. And the only exception I think is the commercial street. These things you don't need to level 25, but everything else, this little man is over there again, just kill him. So everything else needs to be level 25, right? So that's one thing. Level something to level up building to level 25 itself already taking a long time. Just let me show you one thing. So I think I'm trying to level my bank to 25. No. Cargo, where shop. For example, upgrade this one to level 25. It requires 40 days. Did you see that? Just above this gold, like need 20 gold to level up straight away. Otherwise, 40 days, right? But there is a time, so extra time, which is 12 days, because with my underboss buff and all equipment, I can reduce time from 40 days to 12 days. That's why earlier I mentioned the underboss is very important. Don't get them captured. Don't get other people captured on the boss. And oh yeah, one thing I need to mention. So if you're on the boss, if you are level 17 and above, and your underboss got captured, right? So what should you do? Because that's really a problem. So if the enemy attacker willing to, I should say, offer you a reason and to pay the price to get your underboss back, do that, right? If you Otherwise, it's going to be a very pain period for you to develop your turf. Some player probably will quit the game. All right, that's one way. Another way is you can ask your friend to attack that attacker to rescue your underboss, because once your friend or your other faction member successfully attack that attacker, so your underboss will be released automatically. Or the ultimate fallback, I would say there is other ways, like you can use some special item called the death string, which is lets your underboss kill himself, and then that will reduce the time for your underboss come back. So in this game, I'm telling you, but one thing I need to let you know, in this game, your underboss will never die. Even as they call it execution. But execution will not kill your underboss. All it does is just make your underboss into the state which is almost dying. Then you can use item to shorten this state time and make them come back to life, right? But before your underboss can be killed, there is like 4 or 5 days, sometimes could be even longer, for your time be imprisoned. Then the attacker can execute your underboss. So that means like you will probably you will not have your underboss for a week or even 2 weeks time. That is very painful. So try to avoid that. All right. So I think I talk a lot about that things, and yes, let's come back to these T4 things. And all right. You need to level every single building except the commercial street to level 25. And to level up those buildings require a lot of resources. So as I just show you, if I want to level up this warehouse, right, everything like not only take a lot of like money and armor and metal, but also it has called a building permission. And how are you going to get this building permission? You have to spend gold, right? The gold is like a pay to win money in this game. If you are familiar with the mobile game, you know like nowadays the virtual currency, how it works. You have to spend real money or you have to grind in this game. So for myself, because I'm free to play, so all the gold I have here is free to play. I grind it. And so this is my tips to you. So if you don't want to spend those game currency like gold over there, you can get the building permission in a task shop. Tap on task on the top right corner called the task shop. Tap on that, you see you can buy the building permission with 60,000 points. And that's what my suggestion. Do not spend these points on anything else. You see there are a lot of things on sale here which looks very delicious. Do not. You only use your task shop points for purchasing the building permit. Otherwise you end up with spending the gold or spending real money, right? So the task shop points should only be spent on the building permission. Remember that? Okay, so among all the buildings to level 25, the building permission is issued, but I just introduced a way how you can get around with it. But there is another problem. You probably will start asking, well, I just grind the gold and just use the gold to buy the building permission, and the problem is solved. Yes, you can do that, but the gold in this game is super important. And a lot of people will use gold to speed up, for example, like to speed up the investment or speed up the development, or use the gold for other events, play the other games, or maybe train something. But do not. The gold in this game, if you want to be free to play, can only be used for purchasing special items. What are those special items? I'm going to tell you now. As I mentioned, unlock T4, you need every single building to level 25 except the commercial building. That including these 3 buildings: faction club, hostage cell, and the irrigation room. These 3 buildings is the most difficult building to upgrade, because to level up those buildings, you not only need the building permission. I mean, when I say level up, I mean level up to level 25. But even before level to level 25, you need a special item like liquid here. You see, it requires 1,800 liquid if you want to level this faction club for level 20 to 21. And if you want to level up the other building, like for this one, hostage cell, you want to level up, you need a handcuff. They all require different special items, and those items, it's not easy to get, right? Usually, if you're able to get it for the special events, you can get it like 5, 6, like that. And when you level up, require 900. That is like for 17 to 18. But if you want level for level 20 to 21, you see, you need 1,800 liquid for just level 1 level up, right? For only 1 level, and this is not level to level 25. Every level you increase, every level when with the level you increase, more liquid and those handcuffs will go to cost. Only like for level to level 20 to 21 will cost 1,800, and for level 21 to level 22 will cost, I don't know, will be some maybe 2,000, right? And to get those things, you can get for events, but I mentioned they can only give you 5. What 5 liquid going to do if you need 2,000 as total? Then you can get those things by spending the gold. Also, you can use that. You can get those items by using the daily task points. But I mentioned the daily task points. You need those things. You need those points to the building permission, right? If you use those task points to buy the liquid, I'm telling you, right? It's not going to help you, right? How much you can get? See, 197 if I spend 59,000 points. So don't do this. Instead, you should spend gold, right? So for example, like I spend 10,000 gold, then I'm able to get 1,000 liquid. Always go with the most expensive one because that's the best value for money. If you look at it, you spend 15 gold, you only get like you will only get what's this? Oh yeah, you only get 1, right? So, but if you spend 10,000, and you will get 1,000. So 1,000 has the best value. So when you spend gold, you always go with the most expensive because that's the best value for money. And to grind like 10,000, it's not easy. You see, I only had 46,000 gold. So that's why I'm saying all the gold you save should be spent here. Not to mention, even I'm able to buy 1,000 gold from here with my 10,000 gold. Hey, level 1 level up need 1,800, right? You spend 10,000, not even able to level 1 level up for level 20 to 21. Not to mention when you want to reach level 25, how much gold do you need? That's why I'm saying save every single of your gold for those liquid. Same goes for the other 2 building, handcuff and the shunker, I think that is called, right? Shackle, yeah. How much gold you need? You think like 46,000 is enough? No, it's not enough. That's why you need to spend. You need to save your gold. Do not spend gold on this like upgrade now or speed up things. The gold should only be used to purchase those 3 items for a shop. Understand? Alright, after you level up those buildings to level 25, that means you can unlock your T4 troops now. And to unlock T4 troop, you also need to, same as T3, unlock in the investment center. And you see, to unlock this T4, this, what's the name? Gorillas, right? If you want to unlock this T4 troop, then you need to investment level 25. That's not a problem. We just discussed that. But also you need to have the crew attack level 10, right? To unlock crew attack level 10, you need to, you see, you need level 9. Is that level 9? I think, I just make it quick. Every single things on this page, you need to max out. And to max out those investment for level 1 to level 10. Level 10 is the max. it requires a lot of time, right? For example, this crew defense you see here is currently at level 8. It's not level 10 yet, right? I need to let them to level 10. Why? Because this crew attack, if you want to level up this crew attack to level 10, they require this crew defense as a part of requirement. So you cannot get around with it. You need to, at the very end, you will find yourself have to max out every single item in this crew investment center. And the crew defense is one of them. And let's just look at this ridiculous number over there. Not number, just above this goal. Like 316,000 gold over there. Just look at this. How many days you require originally? 250 days. Guys, that's what I'm saying. That is only level up for level 8 to 9. I'm not talking about level 9 to 10. And to unlock T4 troop, it clearly mentions you need level 10, right? If level 8 to level 9 takes 250 days, I will not be surprised. Level 9 to level, when I want to level this investment for level 9 to 10, it will take like, how much? 400 days? I don't know. It's very likely. That's why I'm saying, unlock T4, I'm not talking about, it sounds like a beautiful picture, but it's going to cost you a lot of time. It's not days, not weeks, not even months. It could take years. That's why it's a significant investment. That's why people spend crazy money, because they can't wait. But with your underboss buff, the reduced time, and you see, before it's taking 250 days, but after your underboss specialty and also your underboss equipment, it reduced time from 250 days to 96 days. I think I can reduce this time even further, because currently I'm wearing attack gears, but if I change it to investment gears, for example, it will decrease the time even further. Let's just come back to look at that thing to see. Before it was 90 for 250 days to reduce to 96 days, but now with all the equipment, from 96 days reduced to 68 days. Yes, it has been decreased significantly, but it's still a long time. And not to mention, did I just emphasize, it's not level 10, it's level 9. And that is just one of them. Still have the crew attack and the crew HP have to do. And not to mention, to do those crew attack and crew HP to level 10, you need those bruiser attack to level 10. Let's look at for bruiser level 10 to level 9 to level 10, how much time I need. Yeah, you see, original 125 days, and extra time after every auto boost is 34 days. So T4 is a beautiful picture, but it will be going to take a while. So if you want to, I want to have my T4 on my first week, just forget about that, unless you want to spend $1,000 over there. Understood? So during the time, what should I do? Right? So I'll give you some tips. Number one, the underboss specialty. You always max out those investment skills, training skills, construction skills, because that is your underboss specialty, is able to reduce investment time. That is why before it was 250 days and now it's only 68 days, right? So that is very important. Make sure, I know a lot of people, they want to spend points on increase your troops attack and defense HP, but if you want to grow fast, right? You'd better do like what I do, right? Construction speed boost, investment speed boost. You'd better do those things. Understood? All right. So just let me help those folks. Okay. So because unlocking T4 is taking so much time, so during that time, what should you do? One of I would say my recommendation is to play as defense. Increase your defense force, because come on, it's like we're talking about 100 days. Can you guarantee during that time you will always protect your base every day and make sure nobody attacking you. And when they attacking you, you can put out a shield or bubble, we call it, to protect turf. No, you will sometimes you'll be offline and people will attacking you, right? So you need to buff up your defense. That is why you need to invest on your defense, right? Before you unlocking T4 because that taking too long, buff your defense, right? Increase your war HP. War is the first line, like a barrier, the first line for the defense. The attacking people, they will only start killing your troops and capture on the boss after the break the war. So always make sure your defense is buffed, is secure. For me, you see, I have level 1, we have the war engineering level 1 max, and the level 2 7 of the 10. And also there is advanced defense. You can even further increase your war's durability and the war defense as well. So make sure you spend investment on those defensive things because you need that. So when the people attacking you, if your war is able to protect your force, so they will suffer heavy loss and also buy you a lot of time. And sometimes the attacking people will just walk away because it's just ridiculous for them. Like I show you some example, like when I was attacking other people, some other people was attacking me. I think I shared with, oh, there is some money over there. Just let me take those money really quick. See, I got like 20 gold for here, but we're talking about, I should say thank you for those guys, but we're talking about like 10,000, 20,000 gold, and what 20 gold is going to help me with? It's not. That's why. But this is the way we grind the gold, right? So we have to save every single gold bar to build, to buy those material to level up to our buildings. I think there is, yeah. So for example, let's take this one for example. Oh, it's already expired. Damn! Alright, let's just look at one of the battle PvP for example. And I will say defensive. I have some loss as well, so that's normal. So your turf or is got attack. I'm a free-to-play player, so there is some defensive like loss. It's nothing to be ashamed about because like those people spend a lot of money. I didn't spend any money. For example, like this one, right? Because I built my wall with 236 at that time. Now my wall is much thicker, but at that time because I have a wall over there, so the enemy end up with like have 110,000 troops dead and 165,000 wounded and have 0 alive, right? And I only have very little loss. And if that is only because my wall is totally damaged, there is no wall left. But if I have wall still left, for example, I think now my wall duration is like over 500. Like if my wall is not totally be destroyed, I won't even have single wounded troops. Right, so keep that in your mind. So have your defense wall build up is very important because before you unlock T4, they are going to be a long time. Alright, so before I close this video, the last thing I want to talk about is enforcers. So enforcers is something like, it's like a character in this game. So you can send them to do like buff your team's stats, right? So the enforcers, the first step here is whole crew, means like those enforcers will buff your overall crew stats, right? I'm only going to talk about free-to-play enforcers. So I will recommend a few enforcers. I will recommend you to make them to grand level because they have. I will also explain why that. The first one is Booba. He's an awesome character. Let me just move my camera a bit so it won't block the text. Booba. He have a skill which is able to buff the crew attack. Crew attack means the overall stats of your attack, the attacking stats will be buffed. Doesn't matter like your troop is guns or bikers or knives, they will all get a buff, right? Otherwise, for example, I'm showing for example knives, right? Let's talk about this girl. and she has the bruiser defense plus 50%. That means only the knife, bruiser is the knife by the way, so only the knife will get 50% defense buff, but for the other bikers and the guns, they're not going to get buff. So that's why Booba is good, because he has a crew attack buff, which is if you grind him to level 20, right? Grind him to level 20, so every single crew, doesn't matter what kind of troop they are, you get a 20% attack buff. And also, he has the biker's HP buff. So he's able to increase 50% of the HP for your bikers. So for those stats, the most important things is I will always focus on attack. Then the second one is the HP, and third one is defense. So that's the order which I usually to prioritize. So that is why Booba is good. For the other two skills, doesn't matter, because like you don't use them very often. The first one is the default one. Every enforcer have that, so don't worry about that. So every single enforcer will have that skill, which is like the special attack in the battle. So nothing to be talked about. And animals, he's okay because he also have the crew attack boost, but he's more like defensive, because he also boosts the traps HP and the trap attack, so which is good for defense. But if you're attacking, yeah, he can do some crew attack boost to boost overall stats, but that's about it. So I would say he's okay, he's good, but not as good as Booba, because Booba is not only boost the crew attack, but also boost the bike HP to 50%. For the knives, right? The character I want to recommend is Deathlock. Deathlock is very good because he's good at both defense and attack. For the attacking side, he's able to boost the bruiser, which is a knife attack, to 30%. It's more than 20% crew attack boost, right? So this is very situational. So if you are sending everybody as a knife, if you're sending all the troops which is in single knife type, it's better to have Deathlock than Booba, because Booba only give 20% increase, and the Deathlock can give 30%, which is more, right? But of course, if you have a mixed troops, that will be a different story, because this 30% boost doesn't apply to the other like guns and the bikers. And also he boosts the HP, and for this track attack, which is help with the defense. That's why this Deathlock definitely worth to taking him to grand level. So that's another character I want to recommend. This what's his name? El Cortado. He's also good because not only he has the bruiser attack increase and bruiser defense buff, which is good. Also, he can buff the wall defense. You don't have to deploy him on the wall to defense to have this skill be effective, because it's a passive skill. Do you see that? The little blue line underneath take effect once the enforcer is recruited. So you don't have to deploy him to the wall. This skill will be already applied. But for those skills, for those stats buff, you have to put this character into the attacking force or on the defense line to make those skills be activated. But for the passive skill like this one, you don't have to deploy the character. Just have this character, you recruited this character, the stats will be effective. So here's another one which is good. Mike is a default character, so you don't have you have him already by default. He's mediocre, not like very good. So I would say for the crew attack one, Booba, maxing him out. For the knives, Deathlock, yes. Then you probably want to work on this El Cortado, working on him. And for guns have quite a bit of options. Let me just move my camera a bit lower. Okay, as you see, I put this Paule to Grant because he's excellent on the defense side. He's not very good on the offense side because he doesn't boost the attacking power, your crew attacking power. He only boosts the trap attacking power. But he's excellent character for defense. You see, he buffed the crew, the hitman, which is gun's defense by 50%. And also, I've moved my camera once again. maybe just get rid of myself. Oh my god, get rid of myself. Also, increase your gun's HP by 50%. So make your defense like very solid. So he's excellent defensive character. And these two black people, they also very good because they both increase the gun's attack, and also increase, for this lady, she increased the gun's defense, and for this gentleman, he increased the gun's HP, which is very good. And also they have some boost on the traps as well. So guns, you have 3 characters you can work on. Bikes, okay, bikes I just talk about, like this Booba is very good because he buffed the overall stats. Tony is okay because same as the El Cortada, I think that's the name. And Tony can boost the bike attack and also the bike defense. Also, he can buff your war defense, and this is a passive skill. You don't have to deploy him, just recruit him. So that's why Tony is good. And then, don't spend any time, don't spend anything. I made a mistake on this lady, but don't do what I do. Those characters not worth your time. If you, maybe some of you will challenge me, say, look, this people, should increase the car's attack by 50% and 70% increase buff on the car defense. But the problem is the cars is super weak. Cars, number one, you'll be surprised. The car is the slowest type of troop in this game. Even the knives, those hitman people works faster than the cars. It doesn't make sense. Like, come on, how come a car is running slower than people walking? But in this game, yes, it is. So, and the cars is not good at attacking anything except the walls. So when you really fighting with other people's crew, the cars is not going to do any damage. I would say maybe very, very minimal damage, but even with 70% or 50% boost attack, they're not going to do any significant damage. So don't spend any time on those car type characters. And if the rest, they are the investment or development, or actually we should call it development character, which is able to boost your construction time or reduce the construction time or reduce the investment time. For example, this girl, she has a skill, is able to like reduce the construction time by 20%, right? So this is very situational. If you are focusing on the development, you should level them up. Same for this gentleman, and he also have the 20% if you level him to grand level, 20% construction time decrease. For the investment speed, which is reduce the investment time, I just showed you earlier the ridiculous long investment time. So I would recommend you to level this guy, Neon, to level to grand, because he can buff your investment speed. So reduce investment time by 25%. Also, he has a pretty good skill called Kingpin skills, which is able to like increase energy, which is for Kingpin hit. I will not discuss about that because I will be too much. But in this game, there is another like event called Kingpin, but he is the only character which I know for free to play is able to increase the energy recovery time for Kingpin events by 10%. So this character, if you enjoy the Kingpin events, this character is a must-have, right? And the training, which is same thing. This Hellcat, oh my god, she's a free-to-play character, but in reality, the condition to get this character is too hard, not worth it. I would say everybody want Hellcat, but she's just too hard to pursue. And this is Kingpin and Lubo. I think Lubo is a new character, so which is his best skill is increase the chance for when you hit Kingpin, you get a 30% chance. For example, if you level him to grand, you have 20% chance to get actual loot for the Kingpin. So that is what he what he's used for. But he is a kind of free-to-play player, but you have to get him through the event. So I'm not going to discuss about that. For the rest of things like resource things, they not really. No, trust me. You don't care. You don't care, right? You won't care about those things. Okay, so I think. Whoa, that's a lot talking, man. That's a lot talking. I'm legit a bit tired already. So I hope this video give you some sense about, or maybe give you some useful tips for how to play this game, how to choose your enforcers, and what you should do, and also give you understanding how long going to take to unlock T4, the requirements, so you can understand this game a bit better. So I try to explain everything in a basic way so everybody can understand. But at the same time, I don't want to drag this video too long, so I skip some content. So, but I will call this game. I will call it a day because I feel very tired now already. So thank you so much for checking out the video. This game is awesome, and I have recording my video for 51 minutes already. That's enough for me for today. Thank you for watching, and talk to you later. Cheers. Bye.